Hi children, good morning. Today we are going to learn about the trade and commerce and foreign trade. It is in page number 54. Okay. From very early time, India had trade relation with many foreign lands, and this was the major source of income for the rulers. And because of the growth of economy, the towns also developed. And in the Sultanate period, they bought stable currency. This also helped the growth of towns like Delhi, Lahore, Ahmedabad and Jaunpur. These were the important commercial towns in India. And along with this, many coastal towns means जो sea का पास रहते हैं towns जैसा Bombay, Madras, Cochin, Masulipatanam, Calicut and Hooghly. These places are near to the sea. So ports are there. The Mughal Empire provided much needed support for trade to flourish by providing a secure environment. Because of the Mughal rulers, the trade increased and developed in India because they provide secure environment, and that not only that, long period they ruled India, so that a political stability was in India and uniform economic policies also they adopted. This all helped the trade relationship with the other countries, and Indian goods, handicrafts and goods got great demand in other countries. Foreign trade. India has always been a major exporter of spices from ancient time. Spices such as ginger, cinnamon, cardamom, turmeric, peppercorn and cloves. These all things were popular in Middle East and Rome. So these all things are exported from India, and a ship came from faraway lands to the Malabar coast for the trading in spices. These spices, it is not there in European countries, and we exported these spices from India. Then some type of herbs and textiles also exported to other country. And silk and cotton, it is India is famous for the silk, cotton and other fabrics. Then this all got the importance demands in great demand in many other countries. Bengal was famous for it tassar and silk. Tassar means it is a golden color silk, and Bengal is famous for it. Then Kolkanda was known for the kalamkari textiles. Kalamkari textiles means hand printed cotton textiles, and Dhaka muslin was popular even then. Carpet weaving became the highly specialized skill during Mughal reign and rapidly gained popularity of this carpet weaving. Then inlay work on furniture was the speciality of Gujarat and Sindh. Then jewellery design with stonework, ivory, pearl and tortoise shells dominated southern India. Southern India may say stonework, ivory, pearl and tortoise shell work. This was famous, and popularity of Indian arts and craft was due to the support and patronage of Mughals, who were great connoisseur means they were very specialist of fine arts. Because of this, they supported these all things. So it all got great demand in European and Asian countries. Then major export included indigo, sugar, coconut, ivory, sandalwood, oils, diamonds and other precious stones. Other items were luxury goods like gold, embroidery textiles and cloth cap, silk, clay pots and pans with the exquisite design and work, weapons and scissors. These all things exported from India to other countries. And not only that, many things imported to India. Foreign trade means export करते वो भी है, and some goods are imported from other country to India. So many main things are horses imported from Arabia and Kabul, then dry fruits, precious stones, glassware, these all things from Europe, then rose silk and porcelains from China, wine, corals, perfume, velvet and scented oil, these all things imported to India. Then metals like gold, bronze and iron, wax and gold, wool were also imported. These all things imported दूसरा कंट्री से इंडिया में लेकर आया. जो things लेके जाते थे spices and these all things वहाँ से लेके इंडिया में आते थे. Many European travelers had settled in major port towns or along the coastline. Arab traders brought goods through ports of Goa, Cochin, Ceylon and Calicut. The Chinese used Ceylon and Calicut. These places are in Kerala on the western coast. Then the Chinese had a trade relationship with this Ceylon and Calicut. Then Kambat, that was the major trading port with an estimated 3000 ships visiting it every year. 3000 ships every year में कंबत में आते थे. इतना फेमस एक port है कंबत. Then Vijayanagara Empire. Vijayanagara Empire was the most powerful empire of that time, with extensive trading activity through sea route. It had regular trade with countries like China, Persia, Burma, Arabia, Africa and islands of Indian Ocean. So Vijayanagara was a rich place, and the volume of trade was so large that there were nearly 300 ports and ships building. ये जो ट्रेड है बहुत ज़्यादा होते थे. नियर अबाउट 300 पोर्ट्स है इंडिया में इस प्लेस में. एंड शिप बिल्डिंग वाज द मेजर ऑक्यूपेशन ऑफ द पीपल ऑफ दैट टाइम. एंड वेल्थ एंड प्रॉस्पेरिटी ऑफ विजयनगरा एम्पायर इम्प्रेस्ड फॉरेन विजिटर्स, बिकॉज विजयनगरा एम्पायर बहुत वेल्थी प्लेस है. सो इट इज़ इम्प्रेस्ड foreign visitors, and many merchants came from different countries to Vijayanagara Empire for the trade. The trade between North India and coastal towns were controlled by Gujaratis and Marwadis. North India में coastal trade control किया है Gujaratis and Marwadis. While then trade was also carried through the land route, not only the sea route, the land route trade also उस समय में फॉरेन कंट्री से लाइक अफ़गानिस्तान, सेंट्रल एशिया, पर्शिया, इधर से जो लैंड रूट ट्रेड में होते थे. कैरावान आना जाना करते थे. कैरावान्स वेंट थ्रू काश्मीर, कोथा एंड खैबर पास and on to Iraq and Bakra. The Arab traders often used to transport goods by sea through the Red Sea and Mediterranean port and then send it by road to European countries. Mediterranean Sea, Red Sea, उधर से ये सी रूट यूज़ किया. उसके बाद में वो लैंड रूट से यूरोपियन कंट्री में भी लेके जाते थे. इंडियन गुड्स वेयर much sought after in place like East Africa, Malaya and Far East and even in China, where Indian textiles were valued more than indigenous silk. China में वगैरह Indian silk ज़्यादा famous थे. So India had a good trade relationship with many countries, especially the China, Asian countries like Arabian countries, Kabul and European countries. So many things are exported to that places, and some horse and dry fruits, precious stones, these all things imported to India. Okay, it's okay.